I imagine I'm not the only one who was raised on the concept that socialism was a horrific thing and that people were inherently lazy and didn't really want to do anything. And if given the chance, they would happily do nothing, like literally nothing, as opposed to anything productive or useful or enjoyable. And the farther I've gone, the more I've realized just how backwards it is. The concept that socialism is bad, the concept that unions are bad, and all of these things. And I made a video about that a little bit ago, but it just keeps coming back to me that things like universal basic income, if people didn't have to worry about keeping a roof over their head and food on their table, what else would they do with their time? Nobody wants to be doing, very few people want to be doing their day-to-day job. Very few people are born waiting to just wake up and get into the office and do their things. Some people do. I do know some people who genuinely enjoy their jobs. More power to them. Most people, not really. That's why when the pandemic happened, what did we see? Everybody's baking bread. Everybody's into gardening. Everybody is doing things that they haven't had time to do, that they haven't had the mental space, the creative space to do, because they've been going 9 to 5 every single day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. All these years up until you're 65, you retire probably soon after that. So why? Why was I raised thinking people were inherently lazy? And it wasn't just if like a family, the people around me lesson. I remember talking about this in school. Now, my academic books are really in question. And if I go back, I'm probably going to find that a lot of them had very specific goals in mind. They were very religious based. So I would imagine they had a very specific agenda that my brain just absorbed and did not process and accept that was the case. But I remember like talking about one of an original settlement town, I think, when America was committing its genocide and settling it over here, was that if there was one town where they decided to just everybody got the same food, they got the same house, they got everything, but then some people just stopped working. And they just became lazy and all they did was drink all day and they wasted their time. And I remember growing up with that and really buying into that concept that like you have to work. You have, like, otherwise you just won't. You'll be lazy. If you're not forced to do it, if your life doesn't depend on it, you won't do it. And it's just so wild now as I'm sitting here at 42 and going, if I knew that my house was covered, my food was covered, what would I be doing with my time? I'd be able to go help friends if they needed it. I'd be able to go out and do photos. I'd be out doing walks. I'd be trying to start up creative businesses, endeavors. I'd be able to chase things that actively filled my soul, as opposed to creating a 5-year plan for a company that I didn't really want to be in 5 minutes, let alone 5 years. I wouldn't need to explain to a customer how to walk through this particular software because neither of us cared. And if they didn't have to worry about their housing and their food, they wouldn't have cared either. We would all be knitting things, crocheting things, cooking things, baking things, fixing things, growing things. And I just think we don't give that enough consideration and enough thought. We are not inherently lazy. We are not a gross, useless, concept that needs to be directed, that needs to be told what to do, otherwise just pandemonium will happen. That's propaganda we've been fed, right? So, I don't know. Join me if you want to in this ripping apart my entire worldview, because it's giving me a lot more insight as I go. It's making me crazy because I'm still stuck in it, but I would still rather know the truth. I'd still rather be unplugged and still know that I'm surrounded by all the machinery than part of all the machinery. So join me if you'd like. Let me know what else you've realized. What things did you grow up with that you suddenly kind of went, oh, I don't think that's accurate anymore, because I can't be the only one going through this. So join me.